Hello there guys, Mark here. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to show you another way for making a napkin ring out of rope. This time we're going to be using a Turk's head knot. Here you can see a couple of examples of today's project. One done in thinner cordage and one using a bit of a thicker cord. In any case, let's take a look at the supplies and get into tying. The most important supply for our project is cordage. In my case, I'm using natural cordage. I recommend using cotton or hemp, and I recommend that the diameter of your cord is between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. Thicker cordage will look too bulky, and thinner cordage will be hard to work with. So choose something between 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in diameter. Usually I use up between 7 to 8 feet of cord for each of my napkin rings. Next, you're going to need something to tie your knot onto. In my case, a PVC pipe 2 inches in diameter. I'm also using a rubber band, which is going to help me hold one end of my rope. I recommend using some sort of a tying tool, such as a fid or marlin spike. If you don't have any of these, you can use a pen or just sharpen up a stick. And finally, scissors are going to be used to cut our rope. Now let's begin tying our napkin ring. I'm now going to tie a napkin ring. In my case, I'm using a cord about 3/16 of an inch in diameter, so about 5 millimeters. I marked down 8 feet since this is my estimate of how much I'm going to need. Then, I'm going to feed my cord, so 8 feet under the rubber band. So something like this. I'm now going to tie my Turk's head knot. First, wrap around your PVC pipe and come under your standing end. So under it. Come around and pass under this strand. Like this. Pass over this strand and under this one. So over, under. Like this. Now we have 3 strands here. Pass the middle one under your right strand, like this. Take your working hand and pass over, under. So over this strand and under this one. Like this. Make sure that this left strand passes over the middle one, like this. Take your working hand and again pass over, under. Like this. At this point, we have come back to our standing end. Come alongside your standing end over under and this ties our Turk's head knot. Now we're going to triple it up. Take your rope, sew your working end, and simply follow the standing end. So we follow it, traveling alongside our standing end, passing under here, like this, over here, under here, and so on. Once you come alongside your standing end, you have effectively doubled up your knot. In my case, I'm going for a triple version, so I'm going to follow my standing end for a second time. So again around the knot until I reach the standing end again. Like this. My knot is now tripled up. What I'm going to do now is basically work any excess working end back into my hank since I don't need it. Then we're going to splice our two ends together here. So I'm going to leave enough cord up to here, plus let's say 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches extra. So up to here and 2 inches extra. Everything else I'm going to work back into the hank. Now I can work any excess cord back into the hank. Like this. Now we're first going to splice our working end through these 3 strands, and then we're going to do the same with the standing end. Before we finish up, let me quickly explain why we tied our knot this way. We tied it as a sobre knot, which results in our 2 ends being here at the top. This makes them easy to finish. So, you can stitch your 2 ends together, you can splice them, glue them on, lash them, whip them, you have a ton of options. After securing your 2 ends, all we're going to do is turn our project inside out. This way, we're going to hide our joint section. We are now going to secure our 2 ends by splicing them into the remaining passes. So first, the working end. Unravel it until you reach your passes. So let's say something like this. We're going to splice our 3 ends like this. So one strand is going to pass under these 2 strands, the next one under these 2, and the final one under these 2 strands. So first, the rightmost strand passes under here, and under here. Then the next strand passes under here, and under here. And our final strand, parallel to the previous one, under here, and under here. And with this, our working end is secured. We have spliced it into our 2 passes. Now we're going to do the same thing with the standing end. Cut it, leaving about 2 inches. Turn your project around so that the standing end is at the bottom. Unravel it. And splice it in. This time, our strands are going to travel next to this strand from the working end, then next to this strand, and next to this one here. Start with your leftmost strand, then the next strand, which passes next to the middle strand from the working end, and the final strand again travels next to one of your strands. Like this. Now pull on all of your ends to firmly secure them into place. Remove your project off of your mandrel, turn it around, like this, and neatly adjust it so that all passes are neatly lined up. Something like this. Once again, secure your ends and trim them. And with that, your napkin ring is complete. So guys, that's the way that I make my Turk's head napkin rings. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that I made things clear enough. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope to see you in my future projects as well.